viewers, good evening to all. With an intention to provide news on cricket developments, Stumps and Bails has once again come up with some latest happenings in the cricketing world for you exclusively. Before getting into the details, let me sign into the show by introducing your host for today, that is me, Himani Verma. Moving on, today we'll be looking at the top 7 cricket developments that are making some news. In this show, primarily, we'll be looking at which country will host WTC Finals, new member joining India's support staff, what is the major setback for India at Commonwealth Games, and much more. So without any further ado, let's get straight into the details and see what's happening in the cricketing world. First off, let us look at iconic Lords that will host next to WTC Final. According to the most recent International Cricket Council conference, England's iconic venue Lords was finalized as venue for the next 2 ICC World Test Championship Finals. Lords will host the finals of 2023 and 2025 World Test Championships, making it the 3rd consecutive final to be held in England. The inaugural WTC final took place in the Rose Bowl in Southampton. In that title match between India and New Zealand, the Kiwis created history by defeating the mighty Indian side in the pivotal game. At number 2, we have Sachin Tendulkar, Sunil Gavaskar, Dilip Vengsarkar, who will not be able to vote in MCA. Given the planned amendments to the Mumbai Cricket Association's constitution, several Indian superstars, including Sachin Tendulkar and Sunil Gavaskar, would lose their voting rights. According to the Indian Express, the MCA members have scheduled a special general body meeting for July 29 to debate a rewritten constitution. The reforms include removing international cricket players' right to vote, enabling more than 70 people to hold office inside the organization, and having the Apex Council operate via secretary rather than the CEO. Next up, we have Paddy Upton joining the Indian squad ahead of World Cup 2022. Paddy Upton, a well-known mental conditioning coach who was also a part of support staff team for India's 2011 World Cup winning side, has returned to the national setup in preparation for T20 World Cup in Australia. Upton has been hired on a temporary basis and will be newest member of the coach Rahul Dravid's support staff. Upton has subsequently collaborated with Dravid at Rajasthan Royals and has ties to the other IPL clubs. It seems sensible that Dravid sought Upton to get acquainted with his working style, as it has been so successful for Indian squad during the previous 10 years. On the 4th, we have ICC announcing that 2025 Women's ODI World Cup will take place in India. The International Cricket Council has officially named the nations that will host the important ICC events for women, with India to host the prestigious 50-over World Cup in 2025. It will be India's 4th time hosting a Women's World Cup and the first time in more than 10 years that they will be the host nation. Beginning with ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2024, which will be held in Bangladesh, the World Cup will be one of the 4 women's competition to be held in 4 years. Next up, we have change in India's title sponsorship, where MasterCard is set to replace Paytm as title sponsors for BCCI games. After Paytm missed the deadline to request a reassignment in July, MasterCard will reportedly take over as Team India's new title sponsor for international and domestic matches. According to media report, transfer agreements have been settled and new hires will be announced during the first week of August. Paytm reportedly wanted to back out of the agreement, and MasterCard expressed a strong interest in buying the rights for the same fee. At 6, we have an update about India's women's team at Commonwealth Games 2022. After all-rounder Pooja Vasarkar tested positive for COVID-19 ahead of the India's Commonwealth Games opener against Australia on July 29, the India team suffered a significant setback, with S. Meghna also having tested positive. The women's squad had a 10-day training in Bengaluru before travelling to the UK, and Vasarkar and opener S. Meghna are presently quarantining there. Saurav Ganguly, the president of BCCI, confirmed one COVID-19 instance within the Indian camp in Bengaluru last week without disclosing players' identity. Vasarkar and Meghna weren't a part of team that took a flight to Birmingham on Monday, an official from Indian Olympic Association confirmed to PTI on Tuesday. At last, we have 70 England players being nominated for BBL Draft. Amongst Alex Hales, James Vince, Tymon Mills, Reece Topley, Matthew Potts, Bryden Carrs, Lewis Gregory, Mark Parkinson, Richard Gleeson and Ollie Pope, Liam Livingstone is expected to be the most sought-after English player. Given that England does not have any international limited overs matches scheduled in either December 2022 or January 2023, and that their first series of the new year is said to be an ODI series in South Africa that is likely to be played in February after the new South Africa T20 League is finished. The nominees who are also involved in England's current white ball setup are theoretically available for the entire tournament. That's all for today's news. If you like the updates, please like, share the video and subscribe to our channel Stumps and Bails. Also, please don't forget to follow us on social media accounts mentioned in the description down below. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye and take care.